Entrenador de selección de fútbol de Jamaica quer para Usain Bolt junga juega na Olímpico 2016 com a seleção de futebol e não quer para sprint. Mita espera que quer um futebol para seu país. Assim, nós podemos Bolt tremendo futebolista. Assim, Schaffer, treinador, avisa e Coran da Glenner. Vamos você também um futebol. E agora nós vamos conversar com o Boxdo profissional, heavyweight, Chaz Witerspoon, que está rumando de Tim Witerspoon.
I started boxing in 2002, so I've been boxing a little bit over, about coming up on 12 years now, and it's been good to me. I'm 30 wins, 3 losses with 22 knockouts. I have a good record. I started late. I think now, as far as I'm in the game now, everything is happening without me having to think about it. You know, when I first came into the game, you got to think about what you're doing while somebody's throwing punches at you. That's not easy to do, people. It's not. But now I'm used to it, and I can do things without thinking about it. You can throw a jab, and I can see where the openings are and the counters are, and it makes stuff a lot easier. When you have people like Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya, people that has been doing it since they were 5 years old, it's like walking to them. Yeah, it's so easy. There's nothing for them to think about. When you come into it late, like a guy like me at 21, you kind of got to be more cerebral about it. You have to think about, what you're doing. But everything's good. I got a couple regional titles. I'm ranked in the top 30 in other associations. Some a little higher, some less. It's different because there's a bunch of different belts out here right now.
Preparing for every fight is hard?
Yes, definitely. Every fight I train really hard because your life is on the line when you're in there. It's not a game when you're trying to crack into that top 10. All these guys are in shape, so you definitely don't want to go in and be out of shape. And it's definitely hard. You have to live a certain lifestyle. It's not like basketball where you can just play a game, or you play soccer. You don't play boxing. Boxing is for real. The punches hurt. When you wake up the next day after the fight, it feels like you was in a car accident. It's bad. So you have to train really hard. You have to eat a strict diet. You have to leave your wife or the women alone. You kind of got to stay away from the kids, because kids and being nice and nurturing to your kids, that actually lowers your testosterone level. That's why you see some fighters go away to camp and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's just your whole life changes when you have a fight coming up.
So a boxer have a tough life when it's coming to a program, let's say.
Yes, no, definitely. It's definitely a disciplined life. You have to sacrifice a lot, and you have to train hard. And a lot of people don't think about that aspect of the game, but it's a lifestyle adjustment you have to have if you want to be somebody that's going to be good. Like somebody like Floyd Mayweather, people think he parties. They think Floyd doesn't train. Floyd trains harder than anybody in boxing. He's one of the hardest working guys in boxing. You just don't see it. They watch 24/7. He's throwing the money. He's showing a lifestyle, but nobody trains harder than Floyd. I'm not trying to give up the secret, but people that know him know he trains his behind off. Yeah.
As a boxer, your wife going to every fight at the ringside?
Yeah, my wife is ringside. I only let my kids come a couple of times when they were younger. I don't really take my kids, but my wife comes. She's my toughest critic. If I have a fight that she didn't like, she'll be like, that fight was terrible. You should have jabbed. You should have moved. You should have did this. So, yeah, it's rough for her. She sits there, though, and wears her poker face. Like, you wouldn't know that it's rough. She sits there calm with a stoic face like nothing's going on, but
she won't turn her face when you get a punch.
Nah, she knows what it is. I'm tough, so it's all good. Yeah.
If we talk about boxing now, we got Pacquiao, we got Mayweather, we got Bradley coming to fight Pacquiao. We got some good fights coming out. How you see this boxing? Let's talk about Bradley going after he beat Marquez. Now he's going back to Pacquiao for the second fight.
Well, that first fight was kind of controversial. Some people thought Pacquiao won. Some people thought Bradley won. I met Timothy Bradley. I know him from the amateurs. Nobody trains. He trains just as hard as Mayweather. Yeah, he trains his butt off. He can box his butt off, and he has a really big heart. So sometimes Bradley's heart gets him into trouble because he's not scared of anybody. And he's going to make you show him that you can beat him. But I think he's going to beat Pacquiao the second time around. Pacquiao's a great fighter still. He's not easy for anybody to beat. So it's going to still be a great fight. As far as Canelo Alvarez is concerned, he's just young, but he's so strong. Yeah, Canelo is strong as ever, and he's only going to keep getting better. Yeah, he's going to keep getting better.
He was too young when he fought Mayweather.
I believe so. You know, Mayweather was definitely smart enough to get him at that point in his career because Mayweather's only getting older himself. So if he's going to take on a young lion like that, you got to get him early before he gets all the experience, which he has a lot of fights, but he's still so young. But when you watch his combinations that he throws and the crispness of his punches, I mean, he's destined for the Hall of Fame. You can already see that.
The 12th of April, we're going to have Bradley and Pacquiao. You know, the first fight was controversial, but you see Bradley back against Marquez, tremendous fight, and Pacquiao won his fight. So will it be a tough fight?
I think it will definitely be a tough fight. I mean, I believe Pacquiao is going to try to make some adjustments, and Bradley's just going to have to stick to his game plan because that's what he did against Marquez. He stuck to the game plan. He didn't let his pride show up and start fighting for him. He stuck to the game plan. He boxed a beautiful fight. He executed everything he needed to execute. He made the fight look easy, actually, you know. And I don't know if he's going to be able to make the fight look that easy against Pacquiao, but I think as long as he sticks to his plan, he can get the win again, I believe.
Bom, nós por atender com Chaz Witerspoon, explico esta pira com Bradley lo vai ganhar Pacquiao, pero esse stick na seu game plan, e essa é uma parte importante de cada Boxdo. So, neta explicar-me, me acordo que slaco se coi curva, bota lubitar o game plan, bota vir agressivo, e não bota vir para a pelea. E esse é um ponto muito importante, Ronnie, porque game plan me neta visa para subir ring, stick to it, assim não pode desviar e contrincante debativo. Mas que vai para lá, pero queda como game plan. Assim está.
Você compreende, não? Assim está, que tipo sobre assim, não vira pelea caia. Então, esse não tem deporte.
Não tem deporte.
Então, compreende que o boxeo tem deporte.
Deporte.
Tem plano de estratégia. Esse pode com assim.
Su primer pelea que la perde, pasó en este texto su game plan, pasó. Ela é pouco slato, ela rabia. Então agora ele ganha fácil, tá bom game plan.
Esse tour pelea tá outro. O deporte também é um pero tour contrincante tá outro para vou preparar para.
Ironicamente, sabe, nós tínhamos bruxo que sabe turma tremediteira, não sei se sabe, não?
Mira aqui, tá. Hopi gente tá tem ATV aqui. Agora nós temos que vai um par, mas aí ele começa todos aqui não. E para nós turbo para entrar a luna, nós vai encontrar Carmelo, Kiko e Tingo Turma. Aqui, Cadochi.
Também te quero, para paracetamol lang, no te ayuda de
No te ayuda.
verdad.
No es coitera aquí, no.